Do you ever wonder what church is going to look like in the future? When it's going to happen? How it's going to work out? If you're anything like me, you've thought about these things a lot lately. And there's no shortage of opinions and thoughts and concerns and lack thereof from multiple people. I believe most of us want to get back to some level of normal, whatever that may look like in the future, as we return to meet. You know, we live in interesting times as individuals and as churches as we have to make uncharted decisions with wisdom in the midst of all of this. Several weeks ago, the pastors at Kish met to discuss some of the thoughts that we had as we move forward into the new normal. We tasked ourselves with the assignment to each of us to go away and to come back with what we thought would be a key message to the Kish family. As I pondered this, I felt the Lord bringing several thoughts to my mind that both Pastor Doug and Pastor Luke thought would be beneficial to our faith community. So here we go. As I thought and prayed about this, the Lord brought to mind Romans 12:10, and particularly the second part of that verse, which says this: outdo one another in showing honor. You see, what we decide to do, and why we do it, and when we do it, and where we do it, are all very important. But more important than that is how we do it. Not how we pull it off, not the steps that we do to pull it off, as important as those are, and the Kish family is working on that, but how we conduct ourselves in the midst of doing it. At the end of the day, the timing, the size of the meetings, the reasoning behind it, as important as they are, and they're extremely important, are not quite as important as the testimony we show as we do them. The how we act in honor or not honor to others and to God is far more important. The destination is important, getting back together, but if we don't travel to that destination in a God-honoring, others-honoring way, it will not really be a destination we want to be at. Let me illustrate it. Yesterday I traveled from Reedsville to home in Belleville to pick up something that I had to take back to Burnham. It was a time-sensitive thing, but I wasn't necessarily in a rush. And this one particular afternoon, there was an exorbitant amount of traffic on the road. Multiple trucks, buggies, cars driving slowly, big trucks carrying wood were all slowing me down. Probably like many of you, your desire was to perform the task as quickly as possible and get it over with. But I found that in this particular situation or circumstance, I couldn't do that. So at this point, I had a few choices to make. I could choose to complain about the truck in front of me and how it was moving too slowly, holding several other cars up in front of me as well as myself. I could be mad at the person tailgating me from behind. I could attempt to try to pass people or multiple cars on 655 in an unsafe manner or in unsafe places like I have seen done more times than I can tell you about. I could honk my horn at the buggies and yell at them for not getting off to the side of the road as much as I would want them to do. And I could go faster than the speed limit at places where I finally feel that I can get to that speed and be more dangerous than I should be. That's one choice. The second choice is I could choose to say, well, there's a lot of obstacles in my way here, and I'm just going to drive even more cautiously and slowly than normal, causing actually danger behind me with people wanting to pass me and maybe actually getting to my destination, but not getting there in time and it being closed. Or I could choose a third option, which was to be honorable in the way that I drove, back off of people and give them their space, follow a respectful flow of traffic, be patient with those close behind me, and wave kindly to the buggies and the cute kids that are waving to me back from behind them, and drive the speed limit when I got to places that I could speed up a bit. The question is, what do you choose? And what you do choose communicates a lot. In the first choice of rushing, I would have chosen my desire over the honoring of other people on the road and would have been dangerous with my choice. In the second choice, I would have been dangerous in the opposite type of way, and I might not have gotten to my actual destination when I needed to get there. And in the third choice, I would have chosen to honor others above myself. Let me add one more layer to it. Suppose I'm making a similar trip, but this time I have several friends who don't know where they're going, driving behind me. In that situation, which I've done many times with youth on various youth trips, you exercise appropriate driving precautions and do your best to keep everybody together and safe and still make it to your destination on time. Now, by no ways is this illustration perfect, and it's not meant to pick on anyone about moving too quickly or too slowly, but I hope you get the idea. The way we drive, honorably or dishonorably, matters immensely. not just how quickly or how cautiously we get to where we're trying to get to. As we move forward to the destination, I think Romans 12, 9 to 13 give us some helpful guidelines on how to get there. Dear friends, please ponder these things, not just in our current situation, but in other situations you find yourself dealing with in life. If we do, our faith community will be so much stronger and healthier when we reach the destination. Romans 12, 9 to 13 reads as follows: Let love be genuine, abhor what is evil, hold fast to what is good. Love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. Do not be slothful in zeal, but fervent in the Spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Be constant in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints, and seek to show hospitality. A few key thoughts come from this passage. First, show genuine love. We must practice genuine love in all that we do, which means not to give in to evil thoughts or evil desires, or to respond in evil to other people. Let's practice goodness as we move forward, and let love be genuine to our brothers and our sisters in the Lord. Genuine love spurs us to think not only our own desires and what we would like, but what is best for the faith community. So today, let's choose genuine love. Secondly, show honor. Honoring others above ourselves is so difficult, but so rewarding, and shows the mark of a true Christian and a godly faith community. Rather than thinking about what we individually can get out of something, let's think about how we can move forward as a faith community and what's the best to keep us together. Let this opportunity to come together be an opportunity to outdo one another in showing honor, and that will please the Lord. Third, use this opportunity to serve. As we move forward, we have a tremendous opportunity to serve God and be strong in serving others in the faith as a faith community. If we use this opportunity to serve the Lord and to serve others, we will truly please Him and be more effective witnesses for Him as we reach the destination. Fourth, have godly responses of rejoicing, of patience, and of prayer. We're reminded here of our need to rejoice because of the hope that we have in Jesus, be patient through all the trials and the tribulations that we're dealing with, and be constant in prayer. If we practice these actions with godly attitudes, our faith community will honor God and will seek His will. And fifth, practice generosity and hospitality. In the midst of all that is going on, we need to be continually reminded to be generous in all that we are with all that we have, and to show biblical hospitality to each other, welcoming and receiving each other lovingly. If these things are present, I believe we will bless God and others within our faith community. As we move forward in our own spiritual walk and as a faith community, keep asking ourselves how we can do that and how we can do it in outdoing each other and showing honor. How can we love genuinely, show honor, serve God and others, respond with godly rejoicing, patience, and prayer, practice generosity and hospitality? If we do these things, we will not only arrive at a good destination, we will arrive there in the right way, in love and in showing honor. God bless you and have a great week.